the No Fate channel. Checking in, Jonathan here, and we have a Rep Fitness release that I don't actually care for.
Hold up, wait a minute.
On top of that, we've got Rep Fitness controversy on the interwebs and an X-rated home gym equipment release. If you make it to the end of today's video, you're gonna watch me read some pretty hurtful comments. On these home gym weeks in review, I just bring the entire introverted community together to go over the latest releases, gossip, and of course, controversies. Who would have thought dip attachments could lead to controversy? But here we go, the 2.0 dip attachment from Rep Fitness, and this thing looks awesome. It's got the knurling, it's got the taper so that you can adjust your hands inside versus outside if you want to get a closer grip or a further away grip, and it's got storage on the vertical upright. Overall, this thing looks like a massive improvement over their previous iterations, and it looks like an absolute unit. Look how big this thing is compared to this woman. I mean, it just looks ginormous. And of course, so does the price tag at $200. But if you knew what the ultimate dip attachment costs and what Rogue's version costs, $200 seems to be in line. Here we have the 1.0 version, standard fare. Most companies have a version just like this. It's gonna do the same exact thing as the 2.0, but where is the difference? Of course, you've got that beautiful knurling that this one doesn't, and storage. Now, storage is a big thing. You don't want to have your dip attachment jettison all the way out from your power rack. And tolerances. When it came to this one, on some people's power racks, there was just a little bit of give, a little bit of shake. And supposedly from the marketing videos, they've made the tolerances much, much tighter.
Tight like this.
But where is the controversy in a simple dip attachment upgrade? And that is on the interwebs. There's been conspiracy and controversy theories floating around for months that Rep Fitness is doing away with their PR4000. Currently, this dip attachment is only good for the PR5000, leading a lot of the internet home gym nerds to say that, see, I told you so, they're not going to be releasing the 4000 for many more years to come. As soon as they're completely out of stock, they are going to stop selling it. That could be a way to say or prove their theory, but if you look back at the Pegasus seal row pad that they released, it initially came out in the PR5000, and then about 4 to 6 months later, they dropped the 4000 version. If you go onto their website, you're gonna see that a lot of the PR4000 items are actually out of stock. And if you go online, there's tons of people claiming that they heard it from a sales representative that they're no longer selling the PR4000, they're phasing it out. Now, I have gone online and I've talked to salespeople on the phone at their corporate Colorado headquarters, and every time I have seen them say, nope, the PR4000 is here to stay. It's one of their flagship power racks. It's not going anywhere. It's of course got the Athena and the Aries associated with it, and it's got all these great features. All the R&D has been done, so they are keeping it around. But you kind of wonder, if there's smoke, there's fire. Again, on the Rep Fitness Facebook group page, they came out and said the PR4000 is not going away. And from a marketing perspective, in my opinion, I don't know why they would bother getting rid of something that they've already done all the R&D for, that it's already there. It's already just kind of sells itself with the pre-existing models that are out there, as long as they just keep filling the inventory back up. I actually was editing today's video and I said, oh, let's just try it one more time. I reached out to Rep Fitness customer service and I did get this response. And clearly Rep Fitness, up until this point, has been absolutely selling me wolf tickets.
On y'all wolf tickets, people, you're eating them right up.
And I've been eating them up. I've been just buying them left and right. I fell for what they were selling, and shame on me. So clearly, by looking at this response, you can see that the cat's out of the bag. Yes, Rep Fitness is doing away with the PR4000. Supposedly, they're gonna keep it in black. I'm sure that's just a matter of time before they roll out the run out of the inventory they have and do away with it completely. It's just a shame that they're gonna give up on this after they went so hard in the paint for so many years on that. The reason that's a shame is not because this turns into a bad rack all of a sudden. It's because that all of their future attachments and improvements are not going to be translated to the PR4000. So that dip attachment that looks awesome, looks fire, that we already talked about, yeah, it's not going to be around for this rack, as well as anything else that they release, whether it's J-cups or safeties or new additions to their attachment system. It's just not going to happen. So I don't know who I've got to blame for. I probably should have seen the writing on the wall, but I was listening to Rep Fitness, everything that they were telling me, and man, I was absolutely hoodwinked. If you were thinking of buying any pieces of home gym equipment or discounted toilet paper, energy drinks, pre-workout, you name it, check out the links in the description. It takes a little bit of money out of millionaires' pockets and it helps support the channel. But you know it is never a one-way street. When you use those links, you let the bad guy know so that I can send you small token of my appreciation. It has been a long time since Rep Fitness put something out, released something that I wasn't really ecstatic about. I'm gonna tell you, they've done it again. They have made my list of things that I just don't know why they're releasing this. I'm sure that their marketing team and their sales team and all of their bean counters have their reasons, but I'm a little upset because I don't think they needed to make this. This is a commercial grade trap bar. So essentially, they took their beloved trap bar that we're going to talk about in a second, and they made it worse. They basically made these handles fixed. The handles have either a 28 millimeter diameter if you want a single handle, or if you want the dual version that you see here, which is, high and low, you can get 28, 38 millimeter handle. And they made it so it's not rackable. So you get like a shortened version that's not rackable, and you can get a version that's longer and rackable. I don't quite understand this. Now here is their previous version. I own it. Costs $100 less right off the bat, and it is fantastic. You get 4 different handle options, from narrow all the way out to wide, and then even rotating if you wanted to go crazy with it. It comes with 28 millimeter diameter handles, and for me and for most people, standard was the right size. Now I'm 6'1", 190. Narrow felt pretty good. I used the narrow and it felt pretty good, but standard just seemed to be like that Goldilocks zone, and wide was just a little too wide at the end of the day. But this thing's fantastic. It's rackable. It has a massive amount of loadable sleeve space, and you can remove the handles to do either yoke carries, or you could even do squats. And the circular tubing on this thing made squats, the cambered squats with this thing, super comfortable, even though it isn't something I consistently do. When I did check it out, when I did try it for the video, I was amazed at how much more comfortable that cambered position was across my back versus a regular barbell. So why would Rep Fitness try to put more energy and effort into releasing this? My guess is that there's a way for them to make a bunch of money. And the truth is that most college gyms, they want a trap bar, and now Rep Fitness can then sell them this one at a higher price, and they're probably able to sell them 3 or 6 at a pop, rather than trying to sell one to the everyday home gym user who might not even want to buy it. So that I think that they're really trying to market towards those big gyms, the commercial gyms that are going to be buying multiple versions of it, that have much higher budgets than you and I may have, and aren't going to think twice about it. Why they would remove the rackable option is beyond me. Now, it is nice that they make it a little bit shorter, because this bar is long, it is wide, it is unwieldy, so I could see that they could offer a shorter version of their previous model. That would be fantastic. And with this non-rackable version, you pay $100 more money to get less features. You can't do trap bar shrugs, you can't do overhead press with this thing because you can't rack it. So you can only do like a farmer's walk with this thing, or you can do a trap bar deadlift. That's it. I know someone at Rep Fitness is already watching this and laughing and counting the shekels they're gonna get from putting out a commercial trap bar that's gonna be sold to dozens upon dozens, probably hundreds of different high school, college, and local gyms by the dozens. I promised you an X-rated home gym piece of equipment, and here it is, the X-Master GHD. Now, before you start Googling X-Master and GHD, be very, very careful. This company name is a recipe for not safe for work, because every time I try to Google their name to find their website, I get some nasty websites coming up. And man, I only look at those websites for like an hour or two before I finally make my way to this website. So I wish they had a different name. Great company, X-Master. Yes, it's a lot of money, but it's also a massive footprint on your home gym, not just for itself, but when you start getting into some of these exercises, you need some clearance to be able to move your legs as well. A number of the who's who have gotten this piece of equipment to review. So I don't actually have one, but there's a ton of reviews online saying how awesome this is, how tanky this is, how highly versatile this thing is, how it's going to help repair your back. And I believe every one of those things, and click on their affiliate links. On all seriousness though, if you want a complete breakdown, the best one that I've seen so far is Gluck's Gym. I'll put his in the description of today's video so you can get a massive detailed review. He is a very, very honest YouTuber, much better than I in terms of quality of content. Let's talk about quality of content as we discuss negative comments. Ever since I had 20, that's right, 20 subscribers, I've been getting negative comments on my videos. I mean, I don't understand it completely, but I love it. I love it because the truth is, the more negative comments you get, typically, the better you're doing as a whole. And I want to read one of the latest negative comments that came through and discuss it just a little bit because it's funny and why the hell not? So I put out a home gym con video. Should I go? Should I not go? What are the frequently asked questions? What should I change? What did I like? Best booth, worst booth, all that stuff. Pretty simple fare as far as the video goes. And truth be told, I had fun putting it together. I shot that video months ago and only just got around to releasing it. And while it got pretty good response, it had one negative comment that I just had to call out. XRP589 Staker said, I lasted 5 minutes, but that was a waste of time. No one wants to listen and watch to a crybaby for 19 minutes. Minimal footage. I'll wait for a professional Coop vid. And let's just face it, Coop's videos are better than mine. I will be the first to admit it. Not only is he better at talking, not only is he better on screen, he's got a whole team behind him. He's got better cameras, he's got better audio equipment, he's got better editors. I bet he's got a person on the editing staff whose sole purpose is for like animations. That's it. That's their only job, and they do a great job. If Coop was putting out worse videos than me, there'd be a serious problem because he's got a whole company pillar 4 behind him with the website and the multiple channels coming out and all that great stuff. These type of losers are all in my comments, and they are the type of people that poop with the door open. They're just the bottom of the bottom. Sticking with this home gym con review video, in one section I did mention that Fringe Sports booth was disappointing. Not because I don't think Fringe Sport delivers great equipment, they do, but in the reverse, because they've got so many awesome pieces. I had extremely high expectations for their booth, and they just let me down because they weren't able to bring a number of pieces of equipment. Well, Tim, their main man behind #1, Peter Keller's mentioned that they did do a lot of stuff last minute, and that was the cause of the lack of coordination, the lack of products that they could deliver. And in fact, I know Peter Keller had plane issues in terms of actually getting to the venue when he wanted to. I think he was like only able to show up at the very last day because of all the hassle. Delta, a few days earlier, had just had a software glitch, grounding almost all of their planes for almost a whole day. It's easy as a Monday morning quarterback to poke fun at a company and say, hey, you should have done more, you should have spent more money. But it's a massive investment, an investment in time, coordination, to get all of that equipment to the venue, to get it assembled, to get the staff on hand, not only to do the assembly, but to be there and man the booth 24/7 for 3 days straight. And you got to put them up on airfare, food, hotel, the whole 9 yards. So there's a massive expense on this, and one that we often overlook because all we care about is the results. We don't want to see how the sausage is made. Now, someone had asked me, what if Eugene from Home Gym Hacker, who's got a horrible YouTube channel, don't subscribe to him, actually put a negative comment in my comment section? And the truth is, I wouldn't mind. I know the guy, so I know he's just like a doink, and it just kind of would be funny. It'd be more funny than anything because I actually know who he is. And odds are, if he made a negative comment, it would actually have a funny twist to it, so I'd get a good laugh out of it. So if you've got negative comments, hey, now's the time, drop them down below. If you want to see 2 things that aren't negative, they're absolutely free and they're gonna make your day, It's these two videos. YouTube knows these are the ones you're gonna wanna watch next, because they've seen what's in your YouTube history. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.